Thank you very much for joining us in this consumer experience track today. So my name is Khong, and I'm taking care of the consumer experience portfolio in the Asia Pacific. So today, our MC has told you that this is like a frictionless consumer experience track, which we want to let you have some experience on the frictionless consumer experience with some of the props we have. If you can see, we have some plays here. So before that, I'll just take about 5 to 10 minutes just to go through about what the concept of this experience track is all about. So consumer experience, we are all consumers, right? So when we talk about consumer experience, I don't think we need to explain what consumer is because we buy things every day. So we are all consumers. And the experience we go through every day is the consumer experience. But how important that is, right? So the evolution of the consumer experience, if you look at it from retail 1.0, which is about 100 years ago when we had the first grocery happening in USA, 1916. So that was the first self-service grocery, right? And people talk about price, right? A lot of people talk about how cheap it is and things like that. Okay, I can do self-service. And then retail 2.0 happens with the hypermarket, with Carrefour in Paris and also Walmart in the US. And this one, they also talk about like, oh, I can buy a lot of varieties because it's hypermarket, a lot of things happening. I can, have everything in the same roof and things like that. Then it comes the e-commerce, as we all know, with the Amazon.com in 1995. They started with that. And people talk about like how convenient it is to, do shopping online and things like that. Then everything still evolved, like how cheap it is and things. Then then it comes to retail 4.0, which around our era now, right? Then it comes to the time when people think that, okay, it's the cheapest, but hey, another retailer is giving me better consumer experience. Then the demand of the consumers actually start to change. We don't buy things that is the cheapest sometimes. We buy things that gives us better consumer experience. That's when it changes. And we are going towards the retail 5.0, which personalization becoming more and more important, and also the frictionless consumer experience, right? And what is the frictionless consumer experience? Frictions that can happen in the customer journey. Is like barriers or things, obstacles that may actually avoid us from completing our customer journey. For example, if you want to buy something, but suddenly you just drop it, I don't want to buy it anymore. Like, yes, long queue, okay, that's good. And what else? Someone? We are consumers every day, right? Sometimes we want to buy this so much, but oh no, I'm not going to buy it anymore, like because it's maybe priced too high or something like that, right? So we have a lot of obstacles that we might not make us want to buy anymore, like our stock. We want this, I want the other color, but I don't have it. But you can't check the stock and things like that, rising price, and the long queue, and so many other things that can happen that actually make us drop the buying process, right? So these are the frictions that might happen in a customer journey. And what we can do for enabling a frictionless consumer experience will be like the omnichannel service experience, meaning that online, offline is very seamlessly integrated. You can check whether you have stock online or offline and which branch has, whether you can actually buy those things from this branch. I can pay it now and then it's sent to my house later. Those kind of things like seamlessly, very immediately. I can just make the decision and buy it and just get over it and I will get the things tomorrow, those kind of things. And of course, with the speed, right? We are all very busy and the world is changing so fast, so speed becomes very important in our buying process. So self-service is something that everyone is looking for in the market and is emerging. And a lot of self-service touch points are coming up. And those are things that retailers will be preparing for the consumer so that it's more speedy when they check out And this will also contribute to the frictionless consumer experience. And of course, like you say, the automation at the back end, personalization, right? How they use the data to study the consumers and then know us more so that they will recommend things that is actually matter to us. Those are things that actually matter to the consumers to make it more frictionless consumer experience. And the dynamic pricing, like the supply and demand, will be using algorithm of the AI to study this and to do dynamic pricing in order to propose the right price to the customers at the right time. So these are things that actually will enable the frictionless consumer experience. So in this track today, we are talking about frictionless consumer experience, like June mentioned just now, our MC, that this side will be the frictionless consumer experience in the store, before the store and in the store, right? But it doesn't really happen or just end there for the consumer experience. To Fujitsu, we believe that to enable the frictionless consumer experience is equally important, right? It's just not technology in the store itself only, but behind the store, even out of the store to the logistics, to the factory is equally important because we need to make the supply chain more efficient in order to enable us to have frictionless consumer experience in the store itself. So this is something that Fujitsu would like to tell you that we can support you end-to-end in the whole supply chain to enable this frictionless consumer experience. And how do all this actually link to sustainable transformation? So to us, I think this morning you heard Alfie in the keynote speaking and also the panel discussion as well about sustainability. I'm sure you're aware that in sustainability, there are three main areas, which is the people, the planet, and also the prosperity or the profit, right? So the three Ps actually is important areas that we want to aim to achieve together with the sustainability transformation. So in our track, we will introduce to you about the omnichannel, that we can actually enrich the consumer journey by, this will be actually contributing to the people side of it. And then the second one, sorry, the slide is a bit too high for me. Yeah. And then the second one will be, about the first one first. First one is the omnichannel, which will be the station 1 and station 2. And then we have the advanced store operation service, will be the station 3 and station 4. So the station 3 actually will be talking about like fraud protection, that we can actually have some algorithms to help our customers to detect fraud in the store, whether it's an employee fraud or it's a customer fraud. Okay, so that will be in station 3, and then station 4 will have like a retail managed service that will provide to the customers in order to let our customer focus on their core business. We'll take care of the rest of it, take care of the IT for our customers. So these two areas, we think that we will be contributing to the prosperity of the sustainability. And then the third piece will be optimizing the logistics and also the market demand. So this will be like station 5 and station 6. Okay, station 5, you're talking about logistics or route optimization by using Fujitsu proprietary technology, which is called digital annealer. We can also do that optimization in a very short time. And also station 6, talking about production planning, that will contribute to the optimization and also the balancing of the market demand and supply. So this will reduce waste in the market. We believe that it will reduce the overproduction and all, and will contribute to the planet piece of it. And last but not least will be this one. We call it track and trust, which is the product traceability that we using blockchain for our customer to trace back the product to the origin of that item itself. Okay, so it will be able to enable us to track back the whole supply chain to see how much energy is used, how much water is used, how is the worker condition in the factory and things like that, besides knowing where the materials come from. Okay, so this kind of transparency will actually enable our customers be able to be more resilient in their planning and sourcing. If there's any disruption in the supply chain, they can actually overcome that in an agile manner. And also, in the customer's perspective, we can earn trust from the customers by doing this, okay? So, okay, this is my last slide before we go to the guided tour that we will start from the station 1. So this is all that we want to conclude, that is Fujitsu purpose to bring you to this tour of sustainability by using Fujitsu technology and also innovation. So please enjoy your tour and please have fun with our station. We have 6 stations here and everyone has actually practiced very hard, so we're not aiming for perfection, but we're aiming to let you have fun with us together. Thank you very much.